Start having these conversations with your doctor so this way you can prepare for it as the vaccination starts rolling out. Should you take the first version? But the reality is that anytime you have a version of anything, you're going to continue to build on it as you get greater information about little things like side effects, how they react with other medication, things of that nature, and we're going to talk about that later on. But you're going to want to ask yourself is, as they're rolling out and they're doing all these testing and so forth, and they're rolling out the first vaccines, should you take the first version? Now, that's going to sound kind of harsh because people are going to be like, people are dying over this thing, so you definitely want to take it. But remember, they're rushing through the process in a way that they haven't had to do before. I'm not saying they're skipping any things. What I'm saying is talk to your doctor and ask them if you, based on your health situation, is it more prudent for you to wait until they have revised whatever version of the vaccine they have come out? Or do you think it, based on your circumstances, it's to your best interest to take that vaccination as soon as it comes out? Make sure you ask if you should take it if you've already had the virus. There's going to be people out there who will have had the virus and been either asymptomatic or had mild symptoms, or may have even gone through the entire thing. So start asking right away, should you take the vaccination if you've already had the virus, or should you wait for a period of time before you do so? Ask your doctor if whether you working in a particular job makes you a priority to get the to get the vaccination. If you're an essential worker, I would be very surprised if those individuals aren't given access to the vaccination. But once you get past the essential workers, you may want to ask your doctor, do you, in terms of what you're doing, falls into one of those categories where, because of the nature of the work that you do, that it may be necessary for you to get access to the vaccination? And if so, if that's something that you can do through the provider, or maybe you need to do that through your job. Also ask your doctor, are you a priority based on your CDC category? If you fall into one of those categories, whether it be heart disease, diabetes, obesity, where you are more susceptible to the virus, you may want to ask your doctor if whether you falling into any of those categories means that you are a greater priority to get the vaccination as opposed to someone who does not fall into those categories. Side effects and effects on your other medication. If you're not taking any medication at all, it may not be a problem with regards to how the vaccine you take may impact your medication that you're taking. But if you're someone who's taking a lot of medication, you're going to want to know whether or not this vaccine is going to have any negative effect on you. So you want to make sure you start asking those questions in advance. Now, they're going to probably tell you they're not going to know until they actually get the vaccine out in terms of what they're telling you, but you're going to want to know that too. Also, side effects. You want to start finding out from your doctor what things they need for you to tell them about in terms of what type of side effects you get from the medication or from the vaccination. So this way they can be alerted if they need to make a move with regards to getting you immediate emergent care. Finally, will you need a booster? But then there are some vaccinations you take, you're going to have to basically get boosted over a period of time. So when this vaccination starts getting rolled out, ask your doctor, do they have any idea of whether or not the vaccination you're taking is something that you can only take one time, or if it's something you're going to have to take every few years to make sure that your immune system is boosted to fight off the virus. You're going to probably find right out the gate that as many questions as you have, your doctors have just as many questions. So do not let yourself get upset or frustrated because your doctors are not having the answers to the questions. They're asking questions for all of their patients. So they are looking in advance. And so I want you to be completely aware of the fact that they are just as concerned that they don't want you to take something that's going to hurt you more than help you. So as you're getting these questions, trust your doctor has those questions as well.